What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Dylan Villain, and it is King of the Ring 1997. I have high hopes for this pay-per-view. Everything has been leading up to this moment, pretty much. I'm super excited for this pay-per-view. And without further ado, let's get started. In a pre-show match that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Lance Storm defeats Jerry Lynn by submission with a single leg crab. Lance Storm with a 60, Jerry Lynn with a 52. They have excellent chemistry and it lifted the match. The match got a 60. That could have been on the main card. But we did not have enough time to squeeze them in, sadly. But let's go on to the opening segment. It is a hype promo of all the big matches going on tonight. It is the King of the Ring, as you know. Our main event will be Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels had to vacate his title a while back, actually, not just a few months ago, a long time ago, at the start of the save, pretty much. And he's back. He's better than ever, and he's looking to beat Bret Hart and take back what it rightfully is. But Bret Hart has been a dominant champion. He's beaten men who are bigger than him. He's beaten some of the toughest men in this business. Guys like Steve Austin, guys like The Undertaker, guys like The Big Show. Bret Hart is not going to lay down for Shawn Michaels and let Shawn Michaels pick up the easy win tonight. It will be one hell of a battle. I don't have to hype that match. We know the history between these two men. Also tonight, we see the final four of Owen Hart, Triple H, The Rock, and Kurt Angle. As Triple H takes on The Rock and Owen Hart takes on Kurt Angle to make it to the finals. We will see the final four and the finals here tonight. Crowning the winner of the 1997 King of the Ring. Who will it be? First up, it will be Triple H versus The Rock. These two men's rivalry has been storied since the start of the stave. These two men hate each other more than anything. The Rock just never seems to be able to pick up the win over Triple H. They had some awesome battles for the Intercontinental Championship, but now their battle is to see who will be this year's King of the Ring. Owen Hart and Kurt Angle, they started off as enemies, but now they have grown to have a respect for one another as performers and their in-ring capabilities. Owen will face Kurt Angle, the winner of that moving to the finals, the winner of Triple H and The Rock moving to the finals. There's a lot on the line for all four of these men. Not only will they win King of the Ring, but they will receive a World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship title shot at SummerSlam. Who will it be? Will it be Owen Hart? Will it be the Intercontinental Champion Triple H? Will it be the young upcomer The Rock? Or will it be the young rookie Kurt Angle? We will find out here tonight. And in our co-main event will be The Undertaker versus Kane in an Inferno matchup. The way to win that match is your opponent must be tossed out of the ring and set ablaze. The ring will be surrounded by fire. No man can enter, and only one way to leave is to be set on fire. Who will win that matchup? These two matchup came about after we found out that Paul Bearer turned his back on The Undertaker and Sting to help Bret Hart, because Paul Bearer did not want to see the end of the World Wrestling Federation. As we know, Sting is here from the WCW to put an end to the World Wrestling Federation, and he recruited The Undertaker, and he's manipulating The Undertaker's powers. But the power of the urn showed that the power of the urn has the ultimate control over The Undertaker. After that, Sting grabbed the urn and destroyed the urn. So as far as we know, the urn is kaput. We also have some other big matchups here tonight, but we are going to go ahead and start the show with a light heavyweight championship matchup when Rey Mysterio Jr. takes on the #1 contender, Rob Van Dam. And about that had great wrestling and good heat. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Rob Van Dam with a springboard hurricanrana. Rey Mysterio Jr. makes defense number 7 of the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio with a 79. Rob Van Dam with a 87. The storyline lost heat, but RVD and Jim Cornette have excellent chemistry together. What was supposed to happen in this matchup was Jim Cornette was going to hit Rey Mysterio with the tennis racket, but end up hitting Rob Van Dam in the back instead, costing Rob Van Dam the match. After the matchup, he did not do good. Still got an 87, but not bad. After the matchup, Rob Van Dam and Jim Cornette seems to be having an argument here. Is this partnering, is this two pairing of this odd couple of Rob Van Dam and Jim Cornette coming to an end? We will have to find out on Monday Night Raw to see where this goes. But it seems like RVD and Jim Cornette are arguing, and RVD's not wanting to hear it, as Rey Mysterio celebrates with his WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. We move on to the next segment, which I believe it is the tag team matchup between the Legion of Doom and the Steiner Brothers. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, the Legion of Doom defeat the Steiner Brothers in 13:27 when Road Warrior Hawk pinned Rick Steiner with a flying lariat. The Legion of Doom makes defense number 2 of the WWF World Tag Team Championships. The match got a 69. Nice. Scott Steiner with an 84, Rick with a 74, and the Road Warrior Hawk with a 77, and Animal with a 69. Nice. The Steiners have good tag team chemistry along with the Road Warriors. We're going to move on to the next segment. And after the match, it seems like Rick Steiner is in the middle of the ring. It's Scott then, he's still laying there from the flying lariat. Then Scott goes and puts him in his fucking Steiner recliner, and he starts beating the shit out of him. And then after that, the security comes down. They're trying to break it up. The referees are trying to break it up. Scott won't break it up. Finally, he lets go, and he spits on his brother. And he's just like, I'm just going to become a champion without you. And he pieces Rick's ass, and he leaves him in the middle of the ring. Scott turning his back on his brother for costing him the match. Scott basically says, I want to be a champion. I came here to win championships and to make money. And I'm not going to get held down by my brother anymore. We're going to move on to the next segment. This segment got an 82. We're going to move on to the next segment. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. So, we seen on Shotgun Saturday Night that Vince McMahon basically told Sid and Vader that they have been on a losing streak here of late. That they have been on a losing streak. And if they don't pick up a win, then they're pretty much going to be fired. Vince basically made a match between Sid and Vader saying, whoever loses the match is going to be sorry. And Sid and Vader are talking about it, and they see Dwayne Gill walk by. And as they know, they've been having Dwayne Gill has just been beating them left and right. And they're like, there he is! Get that little punk! And they end up chasing Dwayne Gill, and they end up doing like a hardcore, like Attitude Era hardcore segment to where they're backstage and they're like fighting Dwayne Gill. It's pretty much a handicap match. And they end up beating Dwayne Gill's ass. They're just beating the shit out of him. Dwayne Gill like ends up getting the upper hand. Like he gets dirt and throws it in the eye of them and one of them, and he uses a fire extinguisher. Like Dwayne Gill's just running the whole time. But finally, all that running did not catch up to him because in an exceptional match, Psycho Sid and Vader both pin at the same time. They both put their foot on Dwayne Gill's chest and pin him, and they are the WWF 24/7 champion. They both put their foot on him, and they won the match at the same time. The match got a 77. And they celebrate after the matchup. The segment got an 86. They celebrate, and they're both holding one half of the 24/7 championship. And they just get in the car and they leave, and they leave Dwayne Gill there, laying on the floor, all beaten and battered. So Psycho Sid and Vader are your new 24/7 champions. I don't know how that's going to happen, but they are the new hardcore 24/7 champion. We're going to move on to the next segment here. In a throwaway matchup, just a filler matchup, in a good match, Jeff Jarrett defeats Mark Merrow. Wanted to get Jeff Jarrett and Mark Merrow on the card. They did a 70, not bad at all. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the start of one of the first 3 matches of the King of the Ring. It will be Triple H versus The Rock. This segment got a 100. It is a hype package showing these two men rivalry over the leading months and how they had an awesome match for the Intercontinental Championship, which is probably going to end up being match of the year so far. It shows their rivalry. It shows everything that's going on with them and what led them here to the King of the Ring. And we move on to that matchup. And a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. That only got an 89. Why did it get an 89? Oh, no. Why did it get an 89? I was hoping that this would... I even did the little pre-speech. I mean, they did good rating, but it only got an 89. That's heartbreaking. Triple H defeats The Rock by pinfall. Yeah, he was supposed to lose clean. By pinfall. I didn't know how to work it, but Stephanie McMahon was supposed to come out and cheer on The Rock. And she ends up accidentally costing The Rock the match, giving Triple H the win. Triple H beats him clean 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. But Stephanie McMahon accidentally distracts The Rock. She ends up almost getting hurt by Triple H. And Triple H took advantage of it, giving him the win. As you see here. Man, that sucks. I don't know why the match only did an 89. I was hoping it would be one of our big bangers here tonight. But the segment got a 95. It's Stephanie McMahon, and she's consoling The Rock, and The Rock's in the middle of the ring. And she's trying to console The Rock, and Triple H laughs, and he shakes his head, and he walks off. Triple H moves to the finals of the King of the Ring. We move on to the next segment, which is, this match did a hell of a lot better, which is Owen Hart versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle outperformed Owen Hart. In a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Owen Hart defeats Kurt Angle by pinfall. Kurt Angle picks up his first loss here in the World Wrestling Federation against Owen Hart. Owen Hart beats him. And after the match, which is weird. I don't know why some of these segments are... Storyline. After the match, Kurt Angle shakes Owen Hart's hand, and he raises him, and he says, like, yeah, he beat me. He's the better man. And we move on to the next segment. In the finals, it's going to be Owen Hart versus Triple H, who will take home King of the Ring 1997. We will have to find out later tonight, because it is the Raven versus Terry Funk match up. In a first blood match, Raven defeats Terry Funk in a first blood match when he beats the living shit out of Terry Funk. And this match was supposed to be, Raven just beats the holy hell out of Terry Funk the whole match. Terry Funk, with his never say die attitude, he just beats the holy fuck out of Terry Funk the whole match. And after the match, Terry Funk is still begging for more. He's like, come on, you son of a bitch, I'm Terry Funk, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And Raven then stands there and he does the Raven, quote the Raven pose with his arms out in a crucifix. And then all of a sudden, it's Mankind. Mankind comes down from, the lights go out and he appears in the ring. And he puts the mandible claw on Terry Funk, and Raven just stands there doing that. And you can hear Mankind going, wee, 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 as he's putting Terry Funk in the mandible claw. He's laughing, and like he has that face while he's doing it, and he's attacking Terry Funk. Why is he doing this? What is going on? Oh my goodness, hopefully we can get some answers on Monday Night Raw, but we have to move on to our next segment. which is a tag team match between Crush, Bomb, and Crutch versus the Godwins, and Crush picks up the win with a choke slam. This is a throwaway matchup. Match got a 58 to get some people on the card and to fill some time on the card. Both teams in the 50s. Not bad little match. They get some people on the card. And we see Chris Jericho. He's backstage. No, I'm sorry. We see Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he's backstage, and he's getting interviewed by Michael Cole. Michael goes, Austin, we noticed that you don't have a match tonight, and you've been forming quite a good friendship with the Big Show here lately, and everything like that. We're wondering why you haven't been competing. And Stone Cold's like, well, I'm not one to beat around the bush, but I end up hurting myself here at a house show not too long ago, and I just needed some time to heal. But I'm expected to get back in the ring real soon. And Chris Jericho's like, blah, 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 blah. And he comes on screen and he goes, you see, Austin, you're weak and pathetic. You get hurt. And you take time off. You sit at home. You boo-hoo. You do all this stuff. Well, me, I had to compete in a freaking ladder match. And end up competing against The Rock the next night after being hurt. And I didn't take no time off. Oh, no. I was here. Every single week competing in the match. And Stone Cold's like looking at Michael Cole's like, is this guy serious? You know? Steve Austin's like, look here. You want to flap your gums all you want to. Stone Cold's feeling a little bit frisky tonight. Why don't you? I don't have nothing to do. You don't have nothing to do. So why don't you bring your little kid? Why don't you bring your ass out to that ring so I can stop a mud hole in it? And Chris Jericho's just like, yeah. You think that I'm that build up on anger that I'm just going to accept your challenge? Well, guess what, Austin? It's your lucky day. Because not only am I going to accept your challenge, but I'm going to make you humble and show you why I am the best in the world at what I do. I'll see you in the ring. So we have a impromptu matchup between Chris Jericho and Steve Austin in a bout that had some 89. In a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. Chris Jericho defeats Stone Cold Steve Austin with a quick roll-up. Match got an 89. I don't know why it didn't do better. I don't know why some of these matches are not doing so good. It's starting to hurt my feelings a little bit why it's not doing so good. Chris Jericho defeats Steve Austin with a quick roll-up. I'm kind of worried about other matches here tonight. But Jericho picks up the win. And after the match, Jericho... See, 84, what the fuck? I don't get it. Jericho hightails it, and Austin chases him out of the thing. You know, Jericho's celebrating. Austin's just shocked that he just got beat by Chris Jericho. We're going to move on to the next segment. Some of these segments are taking the wind right out of my sails. I don't know what's going on here tonight, why we're not getting 90s and stuff like that, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next segment, which I believe it is the finals of the King of the Ring. And it is in an exceptional match. Triple H defeats Owen Hart by pinfall. 1, 2, 3 clean in the middle of the ring. Triple H wins the 1997 King of the Ring. They had a great back and forth matchup, but Triple H he beat Owen Hart. The segment got 100. Triple H, Owen Hart's in the middle of the ring, and he looks devastated as Triple H walks up to the ramp to where the crown is sitting. The throne, the crown, and the scepter is sitting, and Triple H, he then puts the crown on his head, and he's smiling, holding his Intercontinental Championship. Then they come out. Michael Cole comes out to interview him, and he goes, do you have any words? And he goes, like I said, no more playing second fiddle, no more sitting in the spotlight, because now it is Triple H's time. And the game has just begun. And he throws down the microphone. And he walks off. As Owen Hart looks devastated in the middle of the ring that he, once again, makes it to the big one. And he just can't seem to... He just can't seem to win the big one. Man, sorry, I feel bad for Owen Hart, but Triple H, the 1997 King of the Ring, did y'all? I'm pretty sure a few of y'all guessed Triple H, but Triple H wins the King of the Ring. Now this decision, I'm gonna ramble on for a minute. This decision was probably the hardest decision I have ever made booking and playing this game on who to give the King of the Ring to. I felt like if I gave it to Owen, it would be quite obvious, who was going to win the main event. And now that Triple H won, it could go either way. It could go Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart. But I felt like if Owen won the King of the Ring, it was pretty obvious who was going to win the main event. Because that rivalry's been building up for quite some time. But now that Triple H won, who's going to win? We don't know. But we are going to move on to our next segment, which is Undertaker versus Kane in an Inferno match. It shows, this is the hype package. It shows what's going on. It shows how this rivalry is coming about. These two men are fighting. These two men basically Sting brainwashed the Undertaker. Undertaker killed Linda McMahon. They're trying to put an end to the World Wrestling Federation as we know it. Undertaker then recruits his brother Kane to join this evil, sinister group. But Paul Bearer turns his back on them, saying that the WWF is what made the Undertaker, and I can't believe the Undertaker is doing this. And so Undertaker is getting his revenge for Kane and Paul Bearer, costing him the WWF World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship match against Bret Hart at the last pay-per-view. Now they're in an Inferno match. To win this match, you must throw your opponent out the ring into the fire. Let's see who wins this matchup. In an exceptional match with fantastic heat. They drew in the Inferno match, not hardcore match, when both men fell out of the ring and both got caught on fire. Both men flew out of the ring. Kane was on the ropes and Undertaker does a clothesline, and they both fall out of the ring into the fire. The referee then calls for the match. Undertaker with a 98 and Kane with a 95. The match got a 96. I was hoping this match was going to be no lower than a 95, and it delivered. It delivered. It sure in the hell delivered. Even with it drawing, it sure in the hell delivered. Fire personnel are there, and they put the fire out. They're putting both men out. They're spraying the fire extinguishers. The smoke fills up the arena. And when the smoke fills up the arena, only Kane is there with Paul Bearer, but the Undertaker has seemed to be vanished. He seems to be gone as Sting sits up in the crow nest as he watched the match, but the Undertaker seems to be gone and then vanished. As Kane then gets helped to the back. Kane does not look fazed by the fire whatsoever. This match ends in a draw. I'm sure this is not the last of Undertaker and Kane. We move on to the next segment, and it is a hype promo between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hurt himself after the Royal Rumble and had to vacate the title. He is back. He is 100%. He is back. He is ready to claim what is rightfully his. Will he beat Bret the Hitman Hart? Or will Bret Hart beat Shawn Michaels and win and continue to be the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion? Or will Shawn Michaels beat Bret Hart and put an end to his reign? The segment got 100. We're about to find out. I'm pretty sure the game did not book it the right way. And the game did not. And an unbelievable match, a 94. So the Kane and Undertaker match did better. Bret Hart, it was supposed to be by pinfall. I'm pretty sure it was by pinfall. No, I didn't put by pinfall. But there you go. Triple H should interfere against Shawn Michaels in this matchup. Triple H then comes out. Both men. The referee is down, and Triple H runs out and with a steel chair, and he looks like he's gonna hit Bret. Shawn Michaels is standing up, and Bret's kind of like in the corner. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to hold himself up. And Triple H has the chair, and he points it at Bret, and he's talking shit to Bret. And then whack, he fucking hits Shawn Michaels right in the head. And Bret Hart just stands there, and he looks confused, and Triple H then looks at Bret. He doesn't have any facial expression whatsoever. He's standing there, he's looking at Bret. And then Triple H just slides out of the ring and throws the chair on the ground with his back turned, and he has that evil Triple H face, you know, like when Triple H is angry and pissed off. And he turned his back on Shawn Michaels. And Bret Hart makes defense number 4 of the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Match got a 94. Not bad. 100. Triple H with that face. He walks up the ramp. And Bret Hart doesn't even believe it. Bret Hart looks confused. And Shawn Michaels is just busted open. I mean, it was probably one of the hardest chair shots in this company. He just whacked Shawn Michaels in the fucking head with that chair. And the crowd's in shock. And Bret Hart is in shock. He leaves, and Shawn Michaels, we end the show with Shawn Michaels laying in the ring as medical personnel comes check on him. And Triple H just standing on the ramp. Not even smiling. He just has like a fucking vicious look on his face. Like he's proud of what he did. You know, like a sinister grin on his face. He's proud of what he did. We're going to go ahead and finish the show. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think we got 100. I think this is our first 100. I think this is the first pay-per-view that got 100. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're okay. Calm down. We got stuff to do. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. We can celebrate after we give hype to Kane and the Undertaker. And oof. I don't know who else did good here in tonight's matchup. Oh, let me thank Steve Austin for putting Jericho over. Undertaker was pleased with your speech. Kane seemed pleased, and Austin seemed pleased. That is our first fucking 100. I gotta find out. I honestly have to find out. Hopefully I don't ruin stuff. Halfway awards. Nice. So we are halfway. Wrestler of the Year so far, halfway. It seems like Hulk Hogan. Company of the Year is obviously us. I mean, we are fucking putting out bangers. But we're halfway through, and it looks like Hulk Hogan is Wrestler of the Year. Tag Team of the Year is Chris Benoit, DDP. Okay, then. Match of the Year so far is Scott Hall and Ric Flair as they were defeated by Hogan and Nash. Show of the Year so far is King of the Ring. This is our first 100. This is the first 100. Young Wrestler of the Year, this guy. Veteran of the Year, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. Female Wrestler of the Year is that lady. Independent Wrestler of the Year so far is Juventud Guerrero. He used to work for us. But he failed some drug tests, and we had to let him go. Maybe we can get Juice back. Who knows? We are halfway through the year, guys. It's been a long one. It's been almost a year, over a year in real life, but I'm really proud of how the save went and how the save has gone so far. We're going to go ahead and save that. Thank y'all for watching. Let's see what we got here. Okay, some people are... Well, we can show it. We finished first. And our TV deal is expiring. We got 4 more episodes with TSN. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode. We did the best pay-per-view. We sold the arena out, and we have a 100 rating pay-per-view. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. Thank y'all for everything. I couldn't do this without y'all. I really couldn't. Y'all motivate me to keep making videos, and to keep putting it out there. For those of y'all who watch it, I appreciate it highly. For those of y'all who watch this, thank y'all so much for watching. I might take a break from TEW for a little bit, just to recharge and to write some storylines moving forward to SummerSlam. I pretty much have everything planned out, but take a little break for a little bit, and regroup, get my batteries flowing once again, come up with some very entertaining and funny storylines for y'all. Sunday Night Heat will start having exclusive storylines, as y'all seen from the previous episode with Goldust and Mr. Ass. I don't know what else to say other than thank y'all for watching. If you're new to the channel and you liked this and want to see more, click on the, let's see here, we'll go ahead and just pick Hogan. Click on where Hulk Hogan's face should be, and that will be the subscribe icon. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on some TEW action and some other professional wrestling content action. We do also play Fire Pro Wrestling, and along with some other video games here on the channel. But if you want to go back and watch previous episodes, that playlist will be right here, and last night's results. Guys, my name is Dylan the Villain. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. And like I always say, guys, if you can't play with each other, then do what I do and play with yourself. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Love you guys. Peace out. Later.